After winning 20 games a year ago, the Golden Hawks of Riverdale have struggled, winning just 6 times. But as the season winds down, they are hoping their bats come to life against a Bergen County rival. The Ramsey Rams enter today's game with a perfect 17-0 record and have their sights set on a deep run in the North 1 Group 2 playoffs. It's pride versus perfection as Riverdale hosts Ramsey next on MSG Varsity. From Oradell, New Jersey, it's game time on MSG Varsity. Today, a Big North Patriot Division matchup as the Riverdale Golden Hawks at 6-13 take on the 17-0 Ramsey Rams. Hello and welcome to Riverdale High School. Steve Degler along with Carly Blake. And Carly, you look at this matchup against a team that is struggling this year against one that is unbeaten. What do you look for in today's game?
It's going to be an outstanding matchup. On Ramsey's side, they are undefeated. They are led by a strong core of senior leaders, and as their coach puts it, they're a big-time together team. On the flip side, you have Riverdale. Riverdale has a storied playoff history. They are outstanding. They've gone to the playoffs since 2001, and they don't look to stop now.
Well, we'll spotlight a couple of senior shortstops for you today, starting with Ramsey and a very talented one in Lexi Knief.
She's the captain. She's outstanding. She's really done a great job this year. She's batting over 600 with 31 RBIs, 5 home runs, 10 doubles, and 11 stolen bases. She's 3-time first-team All-County. She's got a strong arm, an even stronger bat, and also the best bunter on the team. If a pitcher makes a mistake, she will make you play. Coach says she is the best player he's ever seen.
And Lexi Knief on her way to Penn State to play for the Nittany Lions next season. On the other side of the diamond for Riverdale, another good one in Jordan Bastable.
Oh, she's fantastic. Another senior, strong player. Just an outstanding kid all around, batting over 380 with 3 triples, a home run, and 15 RBIs. Coach says she can play anywhere on the field. A great athlete with great power, a strong arm. Last year, 2011 second-team All-League. Next year, she'll be attending Castleton College in Vermont.
So 2 good shortstops to watch in this matchup. These 2 teams met 4 times last year. They split those 4 meetings. It'll be their second matchup so far this season. It is Ramsey and Riverdale. Starting lineups, first pitch coming your way next on MSG Varsity. Back at Riverdale High School in Oradell, New Jersey, the Ramsey Rams at 17-0 taking on the Golden Hawks of Riverdale High School at 6-13 on the season. Their second matchup of the year. There is Chris Caserta, the head coach of the Rams. He is in his 4th season as the head coach, 56-27 his career record, and here is the lineup today for the Rams.
I'm Rihanna Maglio. Our Ramsey batting order is number 1, Lexi Knief, number 2, Melissa Guan, number 3, Morgan Bishop, number 4, Kayla Gervalis, number 5, Ali Mendy, number 6, Rihanna Maglio, number 7, Ariel Schulman, number 8, Ryan Kleinbard, number 9, Nicole Gervalis. That's the Ramsey batting order.
All right, Rihanna, thank you very much. Here's the defense for the Hawks. Jackie Holly, Stephanie Caracosa, Sarah Recanati in the outfield, Lindsey Clark, Jordan Bastable, Daniela Di Benedetto, and Amanda Walker in the infield from 3rd to 1st. Kelsey Schuffenhauer is doing the catching this afternoon for Kathy Antonelli, who is on the mound for the Golden Hawks, making her 9th start of the season.
Kathy Antonelli, she's got quite a few pitches she's working on. She's got a screwball, a curveball, and a changeup, and she is working on her riser with Kelsey and learning it pretty quickly. She might see it on a 0-2 pitch today.
Antonelli ready to go. Lexi Knief in the batter's box, and she takes ball 1 to get us underway.
Lexi Knief is just such a phenomenal player. I love that she's a lefty, first of all, but she can do it all.
Off the glove of the second baseman Di Benedetto, and Knief will be aboard to lead off the ball game, and she is certainly someone who can make things happen at the plate and on the bases.
She may try to run here, might try to see a slap right here. She hits the ball pretty hard. Not quite a slap hit. She comes all the way around on it and just goes through the legs of Di Benedetto.
So Knief is aboard on an error. Knief has scored 30 runs this season. She's off and running on the first pitch. Throw by Schuffenhauer is not in time, and Knief does steal on the first pitch.
She just got an incredible hop on that. She puts her head down, does the right thing, and just runs as hard as she possibly can. And see here, she never looks back, running hard, feet first in. Really nice throw by Schuffenhauer right there. Just misses the scoop by basketball.
That was right on the bag, but a little too late. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Melissa Guan.
Guan might try and slap again here. Make something happen. Just watch her feet.
Drops a bunt. Third baseman Clark makes the play. And Benedetto will cover. Nicely done. Sacrifice 5-4 for out number 1, and Knief moves to third.
It's well executed right there. They saw that the slap was on and decided to go with a sacrifice bunt. She just lays it right down in front of home plate. And third baseman Clark right there. Perfectly executed by both sides.
Runner on third, 1 away for third baseman Morgan Bishop. Bishop will take strike 1. Bishop is a senior, first team All-League last year. .495 her batting average.
Not a bad start.
It's pretty good.
I'd take it. Definitely a girl who's got a lot of pop on the ball. She has 3 home runs this year. Watch her. Look for her to drive the ball.
Lays off. 2-1 the count. Bishop, an all-county field hockey player as well, looking to drive in the game's first run.
See Antonelli showing a lot of respect there. She throws her riser, trying to keep it away from Bishop. Doesn't want her to drive the ball.
Off the glove of Antonelli. And she'll get the out at first. Nice recovery as Knief holds at third, and that's the second out of the inning.
That was really well played right there. The ball hits off the heel of Antonelli's glove, and she looks back. Knief at third base. Knief does the right thing and holds for a second. Fires the ball across the diamond. Doesn't give Knief enough time to score.
Kayla Gravalis with 2 outs, trying to get her team on the board. Takes strike 1 from Antonelli. Gravalis, a junior, 23 runs batted in, having a fine season as well, .445. Clark from third, and a good play at first by Walker, and after the leadoff error, nice job by Antonelli as she gets out of the inning unharmed. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 left. After a half inning, Ramsey nothing. Riverdale coming up. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. No score after a half inning as Ramsey strands a runner on third in the top half of the first. And now it's time for the Golden Hawks to come to the plate for the first time. Their head coach is Mike Garabell. He is in his 7th season, 115 wins in his career thus far, a 6-13 record this season. And here is his lineup for the Golden Hawks.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Schuffenhauer, and this is Riverdale's lineup for today. Leading off for us is Jackie Holly, followed by Steph Caracosa and Jordan Bastable. In our 4th spot is Sarah Recanati, then Lindsay Clark, Amanda Walker. In our 7th spot is Kathy Antonelli, then Julie Montone, and Danny DiBenedetto.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much. Here is the defense for Ramsey. Melanie Consiglio, Rihanna Maglio, Nicole Gravalis in the outfield, Morgan Bishop, Lexi Knief, Melissa Guan, and Ariel Schulman are the infielders. Kayla Gravalis is behind the plate, and she is catching Ali Mendy, who is unbeaten this season.
Ali Mendy's a great pitcher. Finesse all the way. She's got a changeup, screwball curve, inside-out fastball, and her coach tells us she's a great defensive pitcher. She's got 1 error in 2 years.
That's pretty impressive. The defensive play for Mendy as she looks to push her team to 18-0, facing Jackie Holly, leading off the bottom of the first inning. Holly, first pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Holly, a senior left fielder, hitting .239, a couple of runs batted in.
See a look at her changeup right there. Not afraid to throw it in the middle of her sequence. It's one of her better pitches. See it kind of dips out of the strike zone.
On the inside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Mendy, a senior, first-team All-League selection last year. Got to play again.
Sorry, got to look at their, looks like a bit of a fastball that has a tail rise to it. It's an incredible pitch to have. See, Holly got a piece of it. That pitch, you're lucky if you can get a piece of it. A very tough pitch to hit.
1-2.
Straight back to the screen again. Good at bat here for Holly, hanging tough behind in the count.
She anticipate maybe here you see either a riser or a changeup. Mendy's going to go with what works best for her. Her change is one of her best pitches.
2-2 the count, and a big top of the first inning for this Riverdale team. Mike Garabell saying we like to play small ball, but we can't do it early if we fall behind, and they kept that runner on third base, so scoreless. Line toward first, and what a tremendous catch made by Ariel Schulman, diving to her right for out number 1.
Wow, just an incredible, she was leaning towards her right. Schulman just gets that ball in the tip of her glove. She's got a big smile on her face. She knows that was an incredible catch. Just leans over and just keeps it in the glove, holds it up. That is definitely a no-doubter right there.
A little snow cone, but she hangs on for the first out.
It's that long first baseman's glove. Those are the best.
It looks like a lemon lime snow cone. Great play by Schulman. One away for Stephanie Caracoza, hitting .344 with a home run. A ball and a strike to count.
Like she was thinking about bunting right there, putting her bat out for a second. The ball was not in her wheelhouse. This is a girl with an incredible speed.
Back through the middle, and that'll be into center field for the game's first hit. So Stephanie Caracoza with a one-out single here in the bottom of the first inning.
It was excellent done by Caracoza right there. It was just, she didn't try too much with it. It was right over the plate, right through the legs of Ali Mendy, up into center field for a base hit.
1 on, 1 out. Caracoza is aboard for the number 3 hitter, Jordan Bastable. Bastable, a senior. Swings through the first pitch, 0-1 the count. A .381 hitter on the season. A home run, 15 runs batted in.
This girl's got some power. Can do almost anything with the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Mendy showing some respect, throwing the screwball inside. Not going to give her anything she can hit.
And Mendy's coach, Chris Caserta, said she normally will not overpower hitters, maybe 5, 6, 7 strikeouts a game. Relies on our defense quite a bit, and he said our defense has been very good.
I don't know. Mendy's got a pretty good pop on that ball. I'm hearing it hit Gravalis' glove.
And there's strikeout number 1 as Bastable chases up high, 2 outs in the inning.
We've seen so far that she's moved the ball around a lot. She, this right there, that shows the riser up and out of the strike zone. It's a very tough pitch to lay off, very tough pitch to hit. You're lucky if you foul it off, but she's been throwing screwballs, changeups, risers. She's moving the ball inside and out, which is very good.
Nice block by Gravalis. First pitch in the dirt to Sarah Recanati, who is a junior. Right fielder, does some pitching as well. .383 with 9 runs batted in. Runner moving as the ball's grounded foul third base side, and it's a ball and a strike.
Caracoza is going to try to test Gravalis' arm, which is very strong. Speed versus speed right here. Just as matchup is power versus power at the plate.
Caracoza, 1-out single, still on first with 2 away. Pulled foul again, a ball and 2 strikes to Recanati, who was part of a volleyball state championship team in the fall.
One ball, 2 strikes. One.
Recanati, center field. Maglio coming on and makes the catch for out number 3. For Riverdale, no runs. There was a hit no errors, and 1 left on base. We are through 1. It is Ramsey and Riverdale scoreless. This is Game Time on MSG Varsity. Back in Oradell, New Jersey, no score after 1 between Ramsey and Riverdale. Think your school's team is the best? Well, then make yourself heard on Facebook. MSG Varsity on Facebook lets you check out regular updates on games, shows, and what the fans have to say about absolutely everything. MSG Varsity on Facebook. Check it out at facebook.com/MSG Varsity. Overcast day. We've had some rain showers. The wind has been kicking up at times, blowing across from right to left as the second inning gets underway with pitcher Ali Mendy in the batter's box, facing Kathy Antonelli with a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
The weather doesn't really want to make up its mind right now. It starts, it stops, sun came out, a little of everything.
Mendy 530 with 22 runs batted in. Big swing, didn't get it. 1-2 the count. Ramsey's 17th win of the year coming over the weekend, and the Rams put 11 runs on the board in that game. Mendy hits it well to right center field. Moving over to make the catches, Recanati. One away here in the second inning.
Recanati tracked that ball really well. It was a good swing by Mendy. She pokes it into right field. Recanati playing it really well, getting over and make the first out of the inning.
Rihanna Maglio will be the batter, the center fielder for the Rams. Maglio is a senior. Like her teammate Lexi Knief, she'll be heading to University Park, Pennsylvania next year to attend Penn State, where she will major in veterinary sciences.
Smart kids.
Told us that just before she did such a fantastic job reading the lineup today.
See a lot of lefties on this team. It's unusual for a team that scores a lot of runs. They have a lot of slappers.
Benedetto over to first, quickly 2 away in the second inning.
Nice bang bag play right there. Maglio, ground ball close to the middle. Di Benedetto charges over, makes a nice play over to Walker. 4-3, 2 down.
Ariel Schulman will stand in, also a senior, used to catch, now playing at first base. 496. Seen some very high batting averages from this Ramsey team. To Benedetto again, and a very quick inning. 7 pitches for Antonelli, retiring the side in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're through 1.5. We're still scoreless. You're watching Game Time at MSG Varsity. We have played an inning and a half. Ramsey and Riverdale are scoreless. For the Golden Hawks in the second inning, Lindsey Clark, Amanda Walker, and pitcher Kathy Antonelli due up against Ali Mendy, who allowed a 1-out single in the first. Clark, the third baseman, lays off one upstairs. Lindsey, a junior, also a volleyball player, hitting .385 with 11 runs batted in.
Quite a pitcher's duel already today.
Well, considering Ramsey won the first matchup back in April rather easily by a 10-1 score, very good start for Antonelli on the mound.
Riverdale's very serious about this playoff streak. I mean, they definitely are hoping to make the States.
That's poked into center field. Another hit for the Golden Hawks. That'll be their second, and Clark with a leadoff single.
That's the way you have to do it. They're not trying to do too much. They're aware that Mendy's a great pitcher and the defense behind him, but they're not trying to do much. Right there, see Lindsey Clark takes a nice changeup into center field. That's where you might see some small ball.
A leadoff runner in Clark. Amanda Walker, the first baseman, is the hitter. A check swing and a foul.
Looks like she was trying to do a hit and run right there, but the bat came back too fast. Hard to say. She did a fake bunt, pulled the bat back, and just got a clip of the bat.
345 for Walker with a home run. She's a senior. This one bunted foul and over the screen. It's quickly 0-2.
I love Gravales' hustle right there. She, even though it was going over the screen, she dove for that ball. That's a true catcher right there. You don't care, you just throw your body at it.
Spoken like a true catcher.
Well, you know. I love to catch.
Pulled foul down the left field line. And the count remains 0-2 to Amanda Walker.
Walker was right on that one. She just threw her hands out a little too fast, but she was right on Mendy right there. See if she can just straighten it out. Might see with 0-2 right here. I'm predicting either a rise ball or a changeup.
Out of the zone, 1-2 the count. He brought up the playoff scenario, and Riverdale has been in the playoffs every year since 2001. Here's a look at that 0-2 pitch that was pulled foul down the line.
Nice shot right down the line from our camera.
And this one hits her, and that'll put 2 aboard with nobody out here in the second inning. So an opportunity for the Golden Hawks to take an early lead.
See if they can take advantage here. Looks like a screwball that gets away from Mendy and, ooh, hits Walker right on the elbow. That stings. Screwball is usually meant to make the batter pop up. It's used against a lot against lefties for bunts. But sometimes when a pitcher like Mendy is very confident in what she's throwing, she will throw a screwball on the inside right there. It looks like it's very moist out here. The ball may have slipped out of her hands.
Antonelli pulls the bat back and grounds one foul.
Tries a little hit and run there. Clark was moving fast off second base.
Antonelli, a sophomore, hitting .423, trying to help herself right here with 2 aboard. That'll be a foul ball as Gravales pounces on it quickly, and it's 0-2.
That one was close. That one falls right behind home plate. Another couple of inches, and that's a fair ball. You see Antonelli, ooh, yeah. Gravales touches it just in foul ball territory. Had some backswing on it. Foul ball.
Right on the outside corner, a big out for Mendy as she gets her second strikeout, 1 away here in the second inning.
That's a key strikeout right there for her. She's got the first 2 runners on base. What she needs to do is just settle down and go with what works best for her.
Julie Montone, the designated player today, will stand in, batting out at the 8th spot. Takes ball 1. Montone, just a freshman. .229 with a home run. Riverdale 2 aboard, 1 away.
No coach has faith in a player when they have a freshman up on varsity playing in a bid situation like this.
1-1 the count. Throw to third, and that is in time to get Clark. Gravales with a nice play. Caught stealing at third for out number 2.
That was an incredible throw right there by Kayla Gravales. She makes a quick hop, throws right down the line, perfect to Bishop. No question. Nails Lindsey Clark at third base. Just an incredible throw. There was no doubt about that one.
That leaves Walker on second on the fielder's choice with 2 down. 2 balls, 1 strike to count.
Let's take another look at the throw right there. You see Bishop makes a nice tag. Gravales does the right thing, throws to the inside of the bag. Wants to make sure that Bishop has the right area of location to tag the runner. Keeps her off the base, make sure that she's got that Clark has no chance of touching third base. I don't think she touched it at all.
I don't think she ever got there either.
No.
Great throw. Called third strike, and Mendy, just like that, is out of the inning with a couple of strikeouts and a caught stealing. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We have played 2. It is Ramsey 0, Riverdale 0. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. Back at Riverdale High School, no score through 2. Riverdale threatening in the bottom of the second. First and second, nobody out, but could not score. So Ramsey to bat here in the third. Rayanne Kleinbard, Nicole Gravales, and the top of the order, Lexi Knief, will face Canty Antonelli. And we welcome in from the third base coaching box, Ramsey head coach Chris Caserta. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
How big was that bottom of the second by Mendy with 2 on, nobody out, getting out of it unscathed?
Yeah, we're lucky. They had, no outs and a couple runners on, and they were trying to execute an offensive play, and we were able to hang in there defensively.
I have to ask, Coach, how often do you practice those throwdowns?
A lot. And if it was up to Kayla, we'd practice them a lot more.
That's why I like her.
Yeah, she's a ball player.
That's for sure. She's got a heck of an arm.
Kleinbard leading off, batting .300. She's a senior.
Dig, dig, dig.
Down the left field line and sliced foul. It's quickly 0-2. Well, Coach, you come into today sitting at 17-0. What's this season been like for you and your players, and as far as enjoying an unbeaten run thus far?
It's been awesome. I mean, the girls have really worked hard for this. So, they look forward to competing in every game, and that's what we're trying to do now. Riverdale, we knew they were going to give us a battle today. So we're here to play 7 innings, so it should be good.
0-2 it remains to
Got to work with 2, Ray K. Come on now.
Coach, what's the most important key moving forward? Is it, winning the counties, winning the states, and beyond sectionals in the states, or is it continuing with the undefeated mark that you have right now?
Good eye, Ray K. Way to leave it up. Undefeated means nothing to us. I mean, it's nice, but we're looking to win a league championship, and we knew we got to take care of business today against Riverdale. They're going to be good. Making a run in the counties, making a run in the states, that's all good. But #1 goal this year was try to win a league championship. All right, Ray, good swing.
Antonelli will get her first strikeout. That's 1 down here in the 3rd inning. Coach, you guys suffered your first loss last year against Riverdale, and it's a little deeper in the season for you this year. But have you guys talked about what happened last year as opposed to at 17-0 this season?
We talk a lot about last year. Not all the time, but against Riverdale, we faced them 4 times. It's a lot of times in 1 year with both league games and the county and the state. So they're a good team. It's really Mike. He does a great job with their program, and we wouldn't expect anything less. All right, Nick, way to see it. Then 7 innings today from them. Forget about the records. They want to play softball. They're very well coached, and they got some great defensive players, and you'll see a couple good sticks later too. So it's going to be a ball game. Dig, dig, dig. All right.
0-2 to Nicole Gravalis, who had a big first game between these two teams. 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. She is a senior going to Ohio State next year.
Hey, work with 2, Nick. Get tough with 2.
Coach, you've done a great job building up this program. I mean, Ramsey has had its ups and downs in the past, and with the states and the old NBIL. What has been your key to build this team up and make them to the point where they are?
Way to leave it up. Sorry. Well, you know what? I got a bunch of girls that, they came in 4 years ago, as I did. I took over the head coach from an excellent coach. I learned a lot from Karen Finn before me. I know you know her, Carly.
I'm very familiar with Karen Finn.
Hey, way to hang tough. And honestly, we had a great freshman class that completely bought into what me and the coaches were trying to do. And this is the result of like 3 years of them playing varsity and taking their lumps their sophomore year. So they've earned everything they've done so far, but we still got a whole second half, at least I think, the second half of the year to keep working. Hey, way to leave it down. Good eye, Nick. Way to battle.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
2-2.
30th pitch of the game coming up for Antonelli. We're joined by Ramsey head coach Chris Caserta here in the top of the 3rd. No score, bases empty, 1 out.
Hey, way to hang, Nick.
Getting a pretty good at bat here from your number 9 hitter.
Hey, Nick, you gotta love it. Keep it going now. Keep it going now. Nick's awesome. I mean, she loves playing softball. She puts the bat on the ball. She's got great wheels, so she legs out a lot of singles. She's batting over 500, so she's not your prototypical 9 hitter.
I got to ask you, Coach, you have quite a few lefties on your team, which you don't see that often. Are they all converted lefties, or is this something that you just had 5 lefties come into your lineup just by happenstance?
We have a couple converted lefties. Nick's one of them. She worked real hard, 8th grade, 9th grade. Keep working, Nick. You're doing great. Keep working, Nick. And she's one of them that just, used the fact that she's really fast to her advantage.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming.
Hey, great eye.
3-2.
Great eye, Nick. Keep working in there, Nick. Keep working, Nick.
Top of the order, Lexi Knief waiting on deck for the Rams.
All right, Nick.
And
that's
that
a
is
good
strikeout
at-bat.
number 2 for Antonelli. It took a while, but she finally gets the second out.
That's a heck of a battle.
I know
right
it
there,
seemed like
Coach.
forever.
Coach, tell me who are the biggest leaders on this team? You have quite a few seniors, and they all seem to show leadership. Lexi Knief was, you're a feature player. Who have been really your standout leaders on this team this year?
Well, I got 3 great captains. Lexi, Morgan Bishop, our third baseman, and our center fielder, Ramsey. But, they represent a great senior class. I got 8 girls, like I said, that have been part of the program since their freshman year. They bought into it. They're great leaders, and they all just rally around each other.
Knief reached on an error, takes ball 1. What can you say about this player in particular and what she has meant to your program?
Oh, she's been unbelievable. I mean, ever since she's been our leadoff hitter since her freshman year, posted unbelievable numbers. Way to see it, Lex. Way to get ahead. Good count now. Good count now. I mean, she can do it all. She can hit for power. I think she's batting over 600 right now. She's got 6 home runs and doubles and RBIs from the leadoff spot. Dig, 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 dig!
Down the left field line and foul.
As you saw right there, she can hit to any part of the field. She hit a grand slam to left field yesterday. I think she's awesome. She's going to be sorely missed.
What type of player will Penn State get next year to play in the Big Ten?
Hey, Lex, keep working. You still got a good count. 2-1's good. They're going to be very happy in Happy Valley when they get there. Way to leave it up. Good count. Come on, Lex. Get it going with 2.
Count. Coach, you guys made such a great run last year getting to the North 1 Group 2 sectional finals. How has that kind of fueled things and kept the momentum going into this year?
Dig, 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 Lex. All right. Way to go with it. Hey, defense, defense. Well, we want to get back to that spot. That'd be awesome if we could. But we got to, right now, we got to worry about Riverdale. They're doing a great job.
All right, Coach, thanks for taking the time. We appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks for having me.
Chris Caserta joining us here in the third. His team goes in order after 2.5. We are scoreless. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. No scores. We head to the bottom of the third. The Golden Hawks coming to the plate, having a bit of a rough year at 6-13. But Carly, this is a program that has a steep tradition, one stock full of championships.
They really have. They're 5-time state champions, 4-time Bergen County champions, which I have to tell you, having won it, it's a huge honor to win the Bergen County championships. These are incredible players. 3 league titles since Coach Garabell has been there. He's done a great job with this program. It's still a young team, and unfortunately last year they lost a lot of seniors, and it's a rebuilding year, but he's done a great job, and there's no doubt that they have a possibility of going back to the States this year.
And that's one of the things that he is focusing on. Despite that 6-13 mark, it's no longer you have to be at the 500 mark, and he says right now we'd probably be about a 14 seed, but we just have to get in the thing and give ourselves a chance to do some damage.
Absolutely. You just need the opportunities. It's about playing the right teams at the right time. You see right there, there's a beautiful shot down the line. It was just barely foul off, and Bishop makes a glove right behind the bag. And, Riverdale definitely, like you said, it's not about the record. It's about going from here forward and who they play and at the right time. And that's what New Jersey State tournament is about.
Daniela DiBenedetto is the batter. 1-2 the count to the junior, who played third base in JV last year and is playing second base on the varsity. 2-2 the count to the number 9 hitter, top of the order, Jackie Holly and Stephanie Caracosa to follow against Ali Mendy. And Mendy goes upstairs and records her 4th strikeout, including 3 in a row.
I thought Coach told us that she doesn't strike a lot of people out. That's she's moved the ball around really well. That screwball, that she fouled off, looks like an upside riser, a changeup. She's just moving the ball really well. Another changeup that kind of goes awry. Finally, a riser that just goes upstairs, climbs out of the zone at the perfect time.
Well, Coach Caserta told me she threw a no-hitter 2 weeks ago and had 2 strikeouts in the game.
It's all about the day. It's all about who you're facing and how the ball moves. You could have a perfect game and your ball doesn't move great, and you could have a terrible game and your ball moves awesome. What do they say in football? Any given Sunday. It's the same in baseball or softball. It's really any given day.
2-0 the count to Jackie Holly, who was robbed of a hit her first time up. Ariel Schulman made a diving catch at first base on a line drive to her right. Towards short, Knief charges, guns, and gets her. Nice play by Lexi Knief, 2 away here in the third.
Knief really shows her gun right there going across her body. Barely takes a step and just makes it look like Derek Jeter across the diamond. We take another look here. She has to charge it, takes a couple steps to her right and fires it across, really showing us her range in her arm right there. Incredible player.
Really good job by the shortstop coming in and to her right. 0-1 the count to Stephanie Caracoza, who has one of the two Golden Hawks hits, a single to center her first time up. And it's quickly 0-2. Nice play by head coach Mike Garabell. Showing his range to his left.
Hey, sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, the coach has got to have a heads up too. I've seen some line drives go with these coaches. He's got a big smile on his face. He looks like he's ready to play.
Mindy looking for her first 1-2-3 inning, and she will get it with strikeout number 5. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We are through 3. Still scoreless, Ramsey and Riverdale. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. We have played 3. Riverdale has the only 2 hits in the ball game. We are scoreless as we head to the top of the 4th inning here in Oradell, New Jersey. Let's take you back a year ago as we go back to last season. Riverdale facing Kinnelon in the North 1 Group 2 sectional tournament, and this game simply belonged to Chloe DeSanctis. DeSanctis fired a no-hitter in the game that lasted just 5 innings. That's because the Golden Hawks got some big hits in the 2nd inning from Sarah Recanati, who plated a run with a single. And later it was Stephanie Caracoza. She clears the bases with a 3-run triple to left as Riverdale scored 6 times in the inning. And that was certainly more than enough for DeSanctis, who struck out 10 on the day, and Riverdale advanced with a 10-0 victory over Kinnelon.
That was a very good game for Riverdale. I was here. It was a little warmer, but it was an outstanding game. Riverdale really, the bats went out, and Chloe DeSanctis pitched an incredible game. As you said, a no-hitter.
Kathy Antonelli falls behind Melissa Guan 2-0. Guan with a sacrifice bunt her first time up. And now 3-0 is Ramsey with high-powered offense looking for a base runner. It has had just one, and that was on an error.
Let's see if Guan goes back to the... Yeah, she's looking to throw a slap down. You always have to watch the feet that will be running in the box. See how wide her stance is. She starts far back, and her feet will go up, and she didn't do it that time.
Lifts it to left field, and the catch made by Jackie Holly, so Antonelli battles back from a 3-0 count to get the first out of the 4th.
It's as soon as I say that she decides not to throw the slap down. It goes with full swing.
Is that always the way it works?
Always. Every swing she had the slap.
Morgan Bishop, the batter. Antonelli made a good play on her. Knief was on third with 1 out in the 1st inning, and a comebacker was knocked down. Runner held at third, and Bishop was thrown out at first.
Oh, just missed Bishop's feet. Looked like it hit from here, but didn't have the right angle. Did a little toe dance.
Bishop had cleanup last year in the 3 spot this year. She will attend University of New Hampshire next year. Second straight batter, Antonelli falls behind 3-0.
The coach said about putting her in the 3-hole. He wanted to get her more at bats, which is very common I'm seeing now. You'll see the 3-hole has a higher batting average than the 4-hole, just to get more at bats.
There is the first walk allowed by Antonelli. She had retired 10 in a row before issuing that 1-out walk.
Have a little chat on the pitcher's mound, decide the best scenario here. You have Kayla Gravalis coming up, who's a big hitter. I don't anticipate her throwing a bunt down, but fielders want to make sure that they're in the right position and know where they're going to go on each play, who's going to be covering what base.
Looks like the Ramsey conversation a little more serious than the Riverdale conversation was. A lot of laughs on the mound. And if it was led by Kelsey Schuffenhauer, I can imagine that there was a little light out there. She introduced her lineup today and entertained us a little bit out here while she was doing that.
Yeah, she's a very sweet kid, very uppity, that's the wrong word, upbeat, which I like as a catcher. You know, you got to keep your team, even when you're losing, it's all about having fun. Softball is a fun game.
1-1 the count to Kayla Gravalis, who grounded to third, ending the first inning.
You see Schuffenhauer right there. She's keeping a close eye on Bishop at first base.
Hit sharply back through the middle and a base hit into center field. Stopping at second is Bishop, and that is the first hit for the Rams. And they have 2 aboard with 1 out here in the 4th inning.
That was a nice shot right up the middle. And you see that Bishop's not going to test Caracoza's arm. Just straight line drive up the middle. The grass is a little bit wet, and she holds at second base because the ball just dies with the grass.
Brianna Popolo, a junior, will be the courtesy runner at first base for the catcher Gravalis. Again, the first hit for Ramsey. First and second, 1 out for Ali Mendy. Mendy hit it well her first time up, flying out to right field. Sharply to short. Deflects off Bastable, and everybody is safe. Another hard hit ball by Mendy. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. That'll be the second error of the day on Riverdale.
That was a really hard hit ball. Kind of looks like it went off the heel or the foot. Let's take a look. She hits it really hard and just bounces off the heel of the glove. Looks like it took a bad hop at the infield, and everybody's safe. Now I got to be very careful, see what Maglio decides that she's going to do, whether she's going to slap.
Courtesy runner at first is Megan Bensavenga, a junior, so 2 courtesy runners aboard here.
You never chance putting the pitcher or the catcher on base and running. Not in my experience.
Into left field, Holly makes the catch. Tagging from third is Bishop. The throw home is right on the money, and it is in time. What a throw by Jackie Holly, as she is cut down at the plate. A 7-2 double play, and that will end the inning. Fantastic play by the Riverdale defense to keep this one scoreless. No runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left on base. After 3.5, thanks to this great catch and throw by Jackie Holly, we remain scoreless. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. Heading to the bottom of the 4th here in Oradell, New Jersey. Still scoreless. Ramsey and Riverdale, nothing for the Golden Hawks. Jordan Bastable, Sarah Recanati, and Lindsay Clark will be due up, and we're joined by the Golden Hawks head coach, Mike Garabell, in the third base coach's box. Coach, thanks for taking the time. And what do you think of that 7-2 double play to end the top half of the inning?
That's a great play by us. You know, hopefully we can build on the momentum. You know, get something offensively now.
Really was an outstanding catch and throw right there. Of course, I want to, say Schuffenhauer's she's been incredible behind the plate so far. What does she give you behind the plate, really? Just, a play like that where she takes a hop and tags out the runner at home.
She gives a ton of leadership for us, Hey, run through it!
Bastable to the right side. Schulman puts it away. That is 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, she's a good leader for us behind the plate. Controls everything, on the field for us. Come on, Sarah, here we go. Sit back and hit it. Here we go.
Sarah Recanati flied to center her first time up. Coach, you're going with Kathy Antonelli, a sophomore on the mound today. She has thrown a no-hitter against Tenafly. She looks very comfortable out there today. What have you seen thus far?
She's doing a great job for us. She's doing a great job for us. Just moving in and out, kind of keeping them off their toes a little bit. I think she's just going there with confidence and just having fun right now.
Coach, you guys have had, you made the playoffs every year since 2001. It's, you still have the states coming up. What is the key right now moving forward with the rest of the season?
With New Jersey, you don't have to have a 500 record to make the states. So like I said, we just have to build. I tell the girls, Hey, run through and take your turn.
Straight away center field, Maglio under it, and that's 2 down here in the 4th.
So, you know, we just have to get better every game that we have left, you know, every practice. And then once we get into the playoffs, you know, it's a one-game playoff, so anything can happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you guys played a year ago. It feels like a year ago. It was a little less than a year ago we were here. And, you know, who's really stepped up? You lost a lot of seniors last year. Who's really stepped up to be the leaders on this team?
You know, our seniors do a good job stepping up. You know, we're a mix of young and old, so I think everyone's doing a good job stepping up. You know, Kelsey does a great job, you know, controlling everything on the field for us. Come on, Lindsay, here we go. So, you know, it's just a mixture of everybody, you know, doing their role, you know, to help the team out.
Lindsey Clark singled her first time up. Knief on the run again, fires across, and in time, a 1-2-3 inning. Coach Garabell, thanks for taking the time, and good luck the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 7 pitches. All Ali Mendy needs to retire the side in order. Through 4, still nothing. This is Game Time on MSG Varsity. Back at Riverdale High School in Oradell, New Jersey. Just 3 hits total thus far. No runs after 4 innings between 17-0 Ramsey and 6-13 Riverdale. And Carly, we talked with Coach Garabell about Kathy Antonelli on the mound today, or in the circle. What have you seen?
Yeah, she's really moved her ball around really nicely. She's mixing her pitches really nicely. She's being aggressive at these Ramsey batters who all have very high batting averages. And she's not showing any fear, which is the most important thing right here. She's doing a great job. She's kept everybody at bay, only given up 1 hit, struck out 2. She's really shown that she's not a sophomore. She's really pitching like she's a senior.
Ariel Schulman, who grounded to second, takes strike 1 from Antonelli. Ryan Kleinbard, Nicole Gravalis, bottom third of the order, due up. Bastable across the diamond for out number 1 here in the 5th.
Bastable showing a nice arm right there. We had Schulman hustling down at first base. She gets it across the diamond to Walker nicely. The first out.
Carly, we didn't get a chance to ask Coach Garabell because the inning went rather quickly, but win or lose today, and this game's very much up in the air, obviously. It's scoreless in the 5th. What kind of confidence can his team get from playing like this against a 17-0 opponent?
I think it's huge for them. I mean, you know, they're coming into this game, you know, thinking, this is an undefeated team. How are we going to, you know, match up? And I think they can be so proud of themselves that they're, you know, hustling to every ball. That they're making good plays. And Antonelli's pitched an incredible game thus far and really gotten to the point where I think moving forward, I think they have all the confidence in the world going into the next round, next step, whatever, you know, the next challenge may be.
Second hit allowed by Antonelli as Kleinbard singles through the middle. We'll have a runner at first for her. As Nicole Gravalis stands in. Gravalis, a strikeout victim her first time up. And Melanie Consiglio, who is the left fielder, the flex player, will run at first. Consiglio, the 3rd sister to play on this Ramsey team, along with Michelle and Kelsey. Gravalis, the older sister of catcher Kayla. 1-0 the count, the number 9 hitter.
They're only a year apart. They've played a long time together. That I don't know how I'd fare with that, but they make a good team together.
Good thing in my family that my sister and I were 10 years apart.
That helps.
It gets through Antonelli. DiBenedetto does not have a play, and just like that, for the top of the order, there are 2 runners aboard with 1 out.
Looks like the ball scooted through Antonelli's hand right there, and when it hit her glove, it slowed the ball down enough that Kleinbard was safe. I'm sorry, Consiglio was safe, and Gravalis safe as well. Now we got runners at first and second with 1 out.
That'll be the 3rd hit for the Rams, and here is Lexi Knief, who has reached an error and line to left. Dangerous spot here for Riverdale.
It's the kind of spot she loves to be in, though. Strong player, strong hitter. As her coach said, she could really do it all. She's one of the best he's ever seen. This is the kind of position she lives for.
Off the glove. flip to second is in time there to get Gravalis. That'll be 1-4-6 as Antonelli deflected it to Di Benedetto, who quickly gets it to Bastable to keep a force in order.
It's a nice play right there. It's important right there to get the lead out. Now, unfortunately, you can't get the runner at third base, but you get a runner out of scoring position by going to second base. Good heads up by Di Benedetto throwing it to Bastable. Now you got 2 down instead of bases loaded.
Runners on the corners for Melissa Guan. Knief goes. There is no throw. She'll pick up the stolen base. And that'll make it second and third with 2 down. Second stolen base of the day for Knief. She had one back in the first.
She likes to run. Fast kid.
Guan takes a strike. 1-1 the count.
Schaffenhauer keeping a close eye on Consiglio on third base.
Guan officially 0 for 1. Dropped a sacrifice bunt beautifully back in the first. 2-1 the count. Runner on third is Consiglio. And Knief is on second with 2 away. Guan lays off. It's 3 balls and 1 strike with Morgan Bishop waiting on deck.
Guan's got to be very careful right here to pick the pitch that she wants to drive. She's got 3 balls. On the flip side, Antonelli has to make a good pitch right here, but you don't want to give her anything away with the base open.
There is ball 4. Second walk allowed by Antonelli, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Morgan Bishop.
This is another kid who's just got a lot of power, home run power, hits the ball in the gaps. 20 RBIs already this season. She'd love to get a couple more here.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, no score in the 5th. Just missed with the first pitch. Bishop has grounded to the mound and walked. Two 2-0 the count.
Antonelli being very careful here. She doesn't want to give Morgan something that she can drive into center field, left field, anywhere in the field. This kid can hit it all over.
Bishop by third into left field for a hit. Consiglio is in. Knief around third. She will score. Morgan Bishop delivers a 2-out, 2-run single, and Ramsey takes a 2-0 lead here in the 5th inning.
Incredible piece of hitting right there. Bishop gets that pitch that she can drive and just lines it by third baseman Clark. Wow, she just smokes that ball into left field and allows 2 runners to score. Just a perfect timing. Incredible hit. Schaffenhauer keeps. Looks like Melissa Guan on second base.
No chance for Clark. That ball by her in a hurry. 2-run score. And it's still first and second for the cleanup hitter, Kayla Gravalis, who has a ground ball to third, and she has singled 1 for 2 today. 1-1 the count. 4th hit of the day for the Rams. Bishop picks up a couple of runs batted in. On board with Guan, 2 away.
Gravalis would love to do the same thing here.
Bastable will go the long way to first in plenty of time to end the inning, but Ramsey breaks through here in the 5th. As the Rams get 2 runs, they do it on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. After 4.5, the Rams leading Riverdale by a score of 2-0. Thanks to the big hit by Bishop. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. We are back in Oradell, New Jersey, bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 Ramsey leading the Golden Hawks. We'd like to thank Riverdale Athletic Director Dennis Nelson for his hospitality today and cooperation. And certainly a big thank you for the little greeting there between first and second base.
I love that.
That's awesome.
That looks fantastic. I wish all the fields would do that. Stands out in pink nicely. I like that.
That may start something now.
You never know.
Ali Mendy with the lead now, working on Amanda Walker, Kathy Antonelli, and Julie Montone here in the 5th. And it's quickly 0-2 to Walker. who was hit by a pitch her first time up.
Mendy now with 2 runs behind her. She can buckle down.
Hit well to left field. Consiglio toward the line, makes the catch for out number 1.
That wind is really wreaking havoc on the ball. Let's take a look here at Allie Mendy. She is moving the ball around incredible. You see she's got a great riser, change up, just moving around. She's got quite a few strikeouts in her arsenal. Moving the screwball inside outside. She's really done a nice job at keeping these Riverdale batters at bay.
Here is Antonelli, her opposing number, takes one inside. Antonelli struck out her first time up.
Wind is starting to really pick up here. That's going to move the ball around on our papers.
It's kept the rain away, maybe, hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully it's not bringing it in. Pretty good swing by Antonelli, 2-1 the count.
Just missed our camera behind home plate.
A little bit low, 3-1 the count. Antonelli came oh so close to escaping that top of the 5th.
She's pitched really well, there's no doubt. I mean, she's really shown her her pitching chops, if you will, in this game. She's done a great job. Actually, both pitchers have done a great job.
And you being a catcher, I think you can appreciate when you have a sophomore like Antonelli. She looks unfazed out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's not scared, and that's, as you said, she's unfazed, and that's so important when you have a situation like this as Mendy strikes out Antonelli for the second out. But, you know, as a sophomore, it's unusual to see the nice screwball that goes right inside on Antonelli. Antonelli's had a nice screwball today. They're both moving the ball inside outside. You have to, you know, when you're going against a pitcher like Mendy, who's been very successful, you have to go out there with a lot of guts, and she has.
Strikeout number 6 for Mendy. One of them coming against Montone.
Nice changeup right there. His bottom just dropped out of that one.
Mendy jumping ahead. One ball and 2 strikes to count.
It's like a curveball got away from her. Curve is something that has to go across your body, and it looked like it kind of just went rogue high.
Since Mendy allowed the first 2 to reach in the second, she has retired 10 in a row. This is hit well to left center. Maglio taking charge and makes the catch on the run, make it 11 straight, set down by Mendy. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We move to the 6th inning. Ramsey leading the Golden Hawks of Riverdale 2-0. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. Sixth inning baseball in Oradell, New Jersey. Ramsey to the plate, leading Riverdale by a score of 2-0. High School Sports Desk now has dedicated regional coverage. You can watch 30 minutes dedicated to Long Island, New Jersey, New York City, or Hudson Valley, Connecticut. High School Sports Desk, weeknights at 7 p.m. on MSG Varsity, only on Optimum, never on Fios, never on satellite. Kathy Antonelli throwing her 70th pitch of the ball game, a foul by Allie Mendy, leading off the 6th inning. Mendy has flied to right, and she has reached on an error, 0 for 2.
She kept her pitches way down. 70's actually pretty average for, you know, a game that's, well, it's only 2-0 right now.
Nice play by Antonelli, 1 down here in the 6th.
Showing her defensive chops right there. Throwing her glove at it, making a nice play. These pitchers got to remember, they got to get off the mound. You know, they have, and she showed right there that pitchers can be defenders as well. They can't be afraid to go after the ball. That's why softball's, you know, better than baseball, but, you know, I won't say anything.
I won't either, because I won't be able to win.
That's true. That's true. Hey, I'm partial to softball. I can't help it.
Rihanna Maglio has grounded to second and hit a fly ball to left that became a double play on a throw to the plate. That's a nice play at first base by Amanda Walker, so the defense out for the Golden Hawks here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, make quick pitches right there. Walker just grabs the ball, nonchalantly steps on first base. 3 unassisted. Excellent job. 2 outs just like that.
On 4 pitches, Ariel Schulman has grounded to second, grounded to short. She's 0 for 2. Bastable, long throw, not in time. Infield single for Schulman. And that is the 5th hit for Ramsey.
It's a very tough play right there. It was between Clark and Bastable. And Bastable gets there and throws way across the diamond. She was far in the hole, makes a strong throw, but a nice scoop by Walker, but just doesn't make it in time. Schulman's just too fast.
Ryan Kleinbard will be the batter. Kleinbard struck out in the 3rd and then got the 5th inning going with a 1-out single, scored a run. Pretty good cut, 0-1 the count.
That ball went to the football field.
Very busy here this afternoon. Baseball, lacrosse, a lot going on.
It's track before. We saw track. Busy facility.
Schuffenhauer with a snap throw to first. Here's Kleinbard getting things going in the 5th inning.
Just a nice hit up the middle right here. Start off the rally. Ends up scoring on Bishop's 2-run single.
Nice grab by Schuffenhauer there, keeping that runner at a scoring position. She's done a nice job behind the plate.
She really has. She's, you know, keeping the ball at bay, making some nice. She made a nice tag play at the plate to save her run. She's done an incredible job back there.
She's not in the lineup today. She's the flex player, but she told us she's going to Clemson next year, and she's going to study architecture.
Yeah, I told her to build my house.
Yeah, maybe someday that'll happen.
Maybe. Very funny kid.
Say some more nice things about her.
I will.
Full count. Antonelli has walked 2, struck out 2. Full count, 2 outs. Schulman on first.
See Schuffenhauer getting the signs from coach.
Runner off with the pitch, and it's ball 4. 3rd walk issued by Antonelli. 2 aboard with 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
See what Gervals can do. Now we get a runner in scoring position. There's a very pink headband she's got on.
80 pitches in. Nicole Gervals has struck out and singled. She is 1 for 2 out of that number 9 spot. Bastable will go to 3rd, and Clark covering in time for a 6-5 force out. That will end the inning as Gervals grounds into a fielder's choice. For Ramsey, no runs, 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. We are through 5.5 innings. Ramsey leading Riverdale by a score of 2-0. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. Bottom of the 6th inning, and told you it was a busy day here in Oradell, New Jersey. Baseball on the field adjoining this one. In the football stadium, we've got some lacrosse going on as well. In addition to the softball game here. And we're out there in the tennis courts.
This is a busy complex. No wonder we couldn't find parking.
Riverdale trying to get something going here in the 6th inning. We'll get a leadoff runner as Daniela De Benedetto is hit with the first pitch from Ali Mendy. Second batter hit. And it's back to the top of the order, Jackie Holly. Holly could be 2 for 2. She's 0 for 2 instead. She is lined out to first and grounded to short on a good play by Knief. Tries to bunt her way aboard here. It's 0-1.
But the bat head right there went a little too far. That's why the ball pulled out of bounds. Sometimes a batter will push the bat into the strike zone, and what happens is it almost causes a pull factor. That's why it went to the left side, foul.
66 pitches for Mindy. missing outside, 1-1 the count. She has walked none, struck out 6, and hit those 2 batters.
Yeah, she's done a really nice job. As you see Gravalis taking a look down at Di Benedetto. She will not hesitate to throw down to first base or second. In fact, as a catcher, you kind of hope they run.
Bunted foul again, third base side.
You just wait for that runner to take off.
Baiting them.
Baiting them, it's great. That's the best part. Come on, you really want to try to run?
Would you bounce or throw practice throws over people's heads just to
Sometimes.
make coaches think that I can't do this?
Sure. I used to scare coaches. Throwing it to different people. They had no idea. I would do that all the time. She snapped through. She takes a look back real quick. Usually you have some sort of play with the first baseman, a sign of some sort that you're throwing down. In my case, it was Jess O'Neill.
Straight away, behind second for Knief. The shortstop makes the call and puts it away for out number 1.
She got jammed a little bit there. Holly swung, popped it up the middle. It was a nice pitch right there by Ali Mendy. She's throwing the right pitches in the right spots, and that's why there's a 0 on her side. She's done a really nice job.
Looking to push her team to 18-0, 1 on, 1 out. As Caracosa takes strike 1, Stephanie has singled and struck out today.
Excellent frame right there by Gravalis. Just brings them ever so slightly over the home plate. Something that wasn't a strike was called a strike.
A hit by pitch to start this inning, by the way, breaking a string of 11 straight Golden Hawks retired by Mendy. Di Benedetto's on first with 1 out.
Di Benedetto checking signs over at coach, seeing if she's going to have her run.
Line to first, caught by Schulman, and she steps on the bag. Another fine defensive play turned in, 3 unassisted for the double play that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Both teams flashing some leather today. We go to the 7th, still 2-0 Ramsey. This is Game Time on MSG Varsity. Seventh inning, Ramsey trying to build on a 2-0 lead as we move to the final inning here in Oradell. You can get all you need to know about high school lacrosse on a Quick 60. Join Mike Quick as he reveals the top 20 teams in the tri-state area and takes your calls live. That's a Quick 60 on lacrosse, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on MSG Varsity. Only on Optimum, never on Fios, never on satellite. Top of the order for Ramsey, Lexi Knief, Melissa Guan, Morgan Bishop here in the 7th against Kathy Antonelli. 0-1 to Knief, who has reached on an error, hit a line drive to left and grounded into a fielder's choice. 0 for 3, but she's stolen 2 bases and scored a run and played a great shortstop. This is driven toward left center field, and a great running catch made by Caracosa for out number 1. Boy, we are seeing some outstanding defense here today.
We really are, and they're all on the run. These are really hard hit balls by these hitters right here. Knief just lines it into left center field, and Caracosa just running, makes a great over-the-shoulder catch, and Knief just like, yeah, I understand.
I guarantee she's thinking at least 3 there, maybe 4 if that ball gets into the gap.
Absolutely, there's plenty of room in that outfield. That ball dies in the outfield, I agree with you. I'd say 3 at least.
1-0 to Melissa Guan. Guan officially 0 for 1. And that was on a fly to left in the 4th. She has put down a sacrifice bunt and drew a key walk in that 2-run 5th inning. 1-1 the count.
To say Antonelli has really kept these big bats quiet. I mean, Ramsey has very high batting averages. Lexi Knief batting over 600, and she's done a great job keeping their bats very quiet, keeping them to just little hits like this.
Clark across in time for out number 2.
Right there, Guan hits the ball on the end of the bat, just a little dribbler to Clark across the diamond to Walker. Nice play, has to hustle.
Well, the big hit of the day belongs to Morgan Bishop with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the 5th inning.
Yeah, she just ripped the ball down the line. She got it right in the heart of the bat. 2 runs scored. She knew she ripped that one. Coach is excited. She's excited. She had the key hit at the right time.
Bishop has also walked aboard twice. First one bounces up there.
She'd love to get another hit right here, add to her repertoire of the day.
2-0 the count. Good work so far this afternoon, and I'm sure it will continue by our umpires. Peter Zubiari behind the plate. Vic Shakateno is working on the bases.
They've called a great game, very consistent on both sides, which you like to see.
They've had a pretty good view of what's been a fantastic game here this afternoon. 2-0 in the 7th.
Feels more like March, though, today. You know, this game that they're calling, they're all wearing jackets.
That is hit well to left field, and that is going to be fair and roll all the way to the wall. Extra bases for Bishop. She is around second, looking for third. Bastable's throw is not in time. A 2-out triple for Morgan Bishop, her second hit of the game.
That was absolutely crushed. Hit to the farthest part of left field, and she just kept running. She got under the ball, and the ball just kept going. Holly had to run all the way to the fence. It kept going, bouncing up towards us. Bangs off the fence on one hop for 2 hops, and she hustles all the way. A nice throw made by Holly. Clark makes a nice tag, but it's not in time. Morgan Bishop on with a triple.
6 hits now for Ramsey. Kayla Gravalis has one of them, a single in 3 at-bats. Pops it up short left. Holly makes the call and makes the catch, and just like that, Antonelli is out of the inning. Part of the order due up for Riverdale. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left on third. Last chance for the Golden Hawks. They trail 2-0. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Riverdale, needing 2 to tie, 3 to win here in the bottom of the 7th inning against Ali Mendy, who has walked none and struck out 6 today while allowing just 2 hits. Ramsey in front, 2-0. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, Jordan Bastable, Sarah Recanati, and Lindsay Clark are due up. The executive producer of Game Time and MSG Varsity is Michael Lardner. The senior coordinating producer is Marty Ehrlich. The vice president of programming operations, Sean Kennedy. The director of studio and remote operations, Brian Butler. Our coordinating producer, Brian Morrow. Our producer is Mick Meininghoff. Director Tom Meberg, and technical director Ellen Welch, and the rest of our fantastic crew from Oradell, New Jersey, for the bottom of the 7th inning in what has been a really good game here this afternoon.
Really has. Riverdale came out to play today. There was no doubt they had something to prove, and they really have. They've done an incredible job.
First pitch swinging. Bastable lines it foul the other way. 0-1 the count to Jordan.
Does a nice job pushing that down the line, but it's just foul. Let's try to get things started right here. Jordan, the key to this offense for Riverdale. She was a big part of last year's team as well. She'll be missed next year when she's going to Castleton College. Coach tells us she hopes to walk on.
And she was talking with our producer, Mick Meininghoff, before the game, and noted that in their conversation that Killington is right next door to Castleton.
She's definitely going to be skiing. I think Mick might be going up and skiing with her. It's a nice place up there. I've never been up to Killington. I'm not much of a skier with my knees. Mick tells us he prefers Stowe Mountain. I wouldn't know any of them.
Me neither.
I knew Big Bear when I lived in California. Apparently that was something. I haven't skied since I had my first knee surgery.
You can stop for me with I haven't skied.
There you go. There you go. So we're not invited up there.
Bastable fights it off. Guan, though, under it for out number 1 here in the 7th inning.
Nice play by Guan right there. She sees it into her glove. The wind is wreaking havoc on these balls that are hitting the air. Doesn't matter how close it is to the field. Let's take a look at Ali Mendy's numbers. 6.1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts. No runs, no earned runs, and no walks.
2 outs away from improving her record and her team's mark to an unblemished 18-0 to start the season.
Just an incredible start to the season, if you will. They've had a heck of a run right now. Ramsey, again, storied history. I used to play for the old Ramsey coach, Karen Finn.
Knief on a ball that had a lot of spin. Not sure she would have had a play anyway. It'll be an infield single for Recanati, and that is the third hit for Riverdale.
It's a single all the way. Recanati hits it, has a backspin on it. The ball just kind of dies. She hits it, it's jammed on the screwball inside the bat, and the ball just dies. And you see the backspin right there. Knief has nowhere to go with it.
One aboard, one away. Tying run at the plate here in the 7th. Ball 1 to Lindsey Clark.
Mendy put a little extra on that one. Popping Gravales' glove can be heard all the way out here.
Clark has one of the 3 hits, a second inning single. Lays off again, it's 2-0. Second inning, the best chance for the Golden Hawks. First 2 aboard, but there was a strikeout, a caught stealing, and a strikeout to end the threat very quickly. Two and 1 the count. Amanda Walker on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Tries to go inside right there. Now you'll see Mendy's going to take a second. She wants to find her groove again. She's got to remember it's her and Gravales right now.
Full count.
Comes back in there right there with the screwball going right at Clark. It's important for both sides to just bear down. Riverdale's thinking base hit right here. Don't want to do too much.
Knief will flip to Guan for 1. Throw to first is late, but they do get the second out of the inning as Recanati is forced out at second. Clark safe on the fielder's choice.
It was a really nice turn right there. Knief gets the ball out quickly from her hands. Let's take another look. Ball's hit really hard by Clark. Nice touch. Knief just a little flip over to Guan. Guan turns it right back to first base, but Clark's just way too fast. Reaches on the fielder's choice.
Amanda Walker, the tying run, does have a home run this year. She's been hit by a pitch and hit a fly ball to left. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 1 and 1 the count. First meeting was an easy win for Ramsey. Second one, not so much. That'll bounce away, and moving up to second on the play is Clark on the wild pitch.
Ooh, that's a tough one for Gravales right there. The ball kind of buckled on her hands. It hit off the heel of her glove and went the other direction. Allows Clark to move up to second base. Puts a runner in scoring position right now with 2 down. Right now we got 2-2. Mendy's going to have to go back to what works best for her.
Popped up and out of play as Gravales gives it a look. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Something to be said, this Riverdale team is a group of fighters right here. They are not giving up. They're all up at the fence cheering on their teammates. I see the MSG varsity clipboard. That's a nice little pitch for us.
Lined into right field. That'll fall in for a base hit. And the throw gets away at first. The ball goes out of play, and that'll produce a run. As Clark will be awarded home to make it a 2-1 game. And second base goes to Walker, and the tying run is in scoring position.
Wow, this just got very exciting right here. The ball was beautiful base hit into right field. Gravales tries to make the play at first base, and the ball just goes by Schulman. It's hard to say from this angle if it was just overthrown. I'm going to see it right here. She makes a good attempt, and it just is wide. It hits Walker, and when the ball goes behind the fence, that's a dead ball. That means the runners move up the next base. You see Clark scores. Walker moves up to second base. Now you have a runner in second in scoring position with 2 outs.
And the pitcher, Kathy Antonelli, will be the batter, trying to tie the game. She has struck out both times today. And that'll roll foul down the third baseline. 0-1 the count.
She got very exciting right here.
There is your tying run, Walker. Nothing into the count.
Nice swing right there. Drop ball by Mendy. Just drops right out of the strike zone. It's a very, very difficult pitch to hit.
Antonelli lifts one deep to right field. Gravalis going back. It's way over her head and rolling toward the corner. In to score the tying run is Walker. On her way to third, Antonelli, and she's in with a triple in a 2-2 ball game.
That was just pummeled into right field. She just pushed it and it kept rolling and rolling. She goes with an outside curveball and just hits it a ton way over Gravalis's head, and it rolls all the way to the fence. And Kathy Antonelli helping herself out with a triple and a big, big time RBI to tie the game.
So now the winning run is on third base for Julie Montone. Montone has struck out and flied to center. Strike one called as Riverdale looks for the upset. Down 2-0 entering the last of the seventh. 2 are across. 0-2 the count.
What Montone really wants to do here is just bear down. Look for a pitch that she can drive.
Line to second, Guan makes the catch, and we are heading to extra innings thanks to a 2-run rally in the bottom of the seventh for the Golden Hawks of Riverdale. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 1 left after 7. Ramsey 2, Riverdale 2. This is Game Time on MSG Varsity. Two runs, 6 hits, an error for Ramsey. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Riverdale as we go to extra innings. Top of the 8th in Oradell, New Jersey. Ramsey's 17-0 mark on the line. Thanks to a 2-run 7th by Riverdale. Kathy Antonelli to face Ali Mendy. And first pitch is off the mark for ball 1. Mendy has hit a fly ball to right. She has reached on an error and bounced back to the mound. 0 for 3 today.
Kathy Antonelli has really helped herself out right here. She crushed a triple that tied this game at the right time with 2 outs.
Mendy hits one high in the air, deep to right field. Recanati going back along with Caracosa, and it's in for an extra base hit. Standing at second is Mendy with a leadoff double.
That was perfect timing by Mendy. She wanted a little payback as the pitcher who gave up the triple. She absolutely crushes this ball to right field, and it splits the outfielders. Looked like a fastball right over the middle of the plate. Mendy knows it's going to split them. She just runs hard all the way into second base, drops right between Caracosa and Recanati.
Mendy had a double in the first meeting. She has one here. Hit number 7. Courtesy runner at second base, Megan Bensavenga. Rihanna Maglio will try and get her over, and will do so nicely. DiBenedetto flips to first, but well done by Maglio, moving Bensavenga to third with 1 out.
That's exactly what you want to do right there. Little slap hit to move the runner over. That's exactly what you want to do. Just want to get that runner closer to home plate. Going to have the coach come out for a conference, and he's just telling him to make the plays. Balls on the infield, keep them in front of you. It's a nice slap. The thing that she did that was so important is she pushed it towards the right side. When you push it towards the right side, it allows the runner to move. If you pull it, or I should say, if you push it towards the left side, the runner has to hold and cannot move up to third base. Excellent job by Maglio.
Go ahead run on third with 1 out for Ariel Schulman. Ground ball to second, ground ball to short, single. She is 1 for 3 today. Schulman on her way to Montclair State. Also an outstanding soccer player. Looking to put her team back in front. Toward first. And taken by Walker. Holding at third, Bensavinga. 2 outs in the inning.
An interesting play right there. Usually when the ball's hit to the right side, the runner is breaking immediately, and she held right there, which I'm very, very surprised. There was plenty of space. It would have forced Walker to throw home immediately. Now you got 2 outs and a runner on third.
And Kleinbard has reached twice in 3 trips. With a single and a walk, a run scored as well back in that 2-run 5th. Ball 1.
Kleinbard's going to be looking for something she can drive. All she needs to do is get the ball through the infield right there.
Ground ball right side. It gets through for a base hit. Bensavinga will score the go-ahead run. Second hit for Kleinbard, and RBI makes it 3-2 Ramsey here in the 8th inning.
Does exactly what she needs to do. She doesn't try to hit the ball for a home run. All she does is hit a nice ground ball up the middle that gets through the, I should say, the right side, gets through the right side for a nice, perfect between first and second right there.
Oh, great effort by DiBenedetto.
Excellent. I was just going to say an excellent effort by DiBenedetto. Just gets right through them, and the run scores.
2 outs. Melanie Consiglio will again run at first for Kleinbard. Nicole Gravalis is the batter. 1 for 3 with a single. 2 outs, a run in. Foul toward third.
Ball almost looked like it was going to have a backspin and come back, and man, was Gravalis hustling down the line.
Well, the one thing I've noticed here, Carly, in this 8th inning, Ramsey extremely aggressive at the plate, swinging very early.
Yeah, they don't want to take any chances. You know, coach says that the undefeated mark is not important, but for them, and you know, you don't want to lose. They know how important it is moving on, and they're going to do whatever they can. So they come out swinging the bats. You don't take anything for granted.
Chop foul third base side again. It's 0-2. What do you do now if you're Ali Mendy? You just lost a lead with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. You get out of the inning on a line drive, and now once again you're back in front.
You come out aggressive. You do exactly what your hitters did for you, or in this case, Mendy was the one who hit the double that started the inning. You know, you have to be very aggressive, throwing your pitches that work best for you, which is your screwball, your riser, your changeup. You hit the spots, and you focus on that only.
The 100th pitch for Antonelli goes all the way to the backstop. A wild pitch pushes Consiglio to second with 2 outs. A ball and 2 strikes the count to Nicole Gravalis.
Now Gravalis is going to want to put this ball in play, get at least one more insurance run in. We saw what Riverdale did in the bottom of the 7th. They're certainly capable of scoring runs.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Consiglio, the runner on second with 2 down. Two and 2 the count.
High and tight there. Kind of pushes her off the plate a little bit. Again, she's going to be looking for something to drive here. And Antonelli, to get out of this, she's got to go back to what's been working for her. Her inside-out fastball, locations, locations, locations.
Changeup misses away. It's a full count.
That was a nice pitch, though. She did a nice job getting it a little off the plate, not giving Gravalis anything that she can hit. That was a very perfectly placed changeup.
Full count, top of the order, Knief on deck. Right back to Antonelli. And she'll get the out at first to end the inning, but Ramsey goes back in front, getting a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and a runner left on base. For the 2nd straight inning, last chance for the Golden Hawks. They're down 3-2 in the 8th. This is Game Time on MSG Varsity. Do the Golden Hawks have another rally? They scored twice in the bottom of the 7th to force extra innings. And now down 1 in the 8th. 9-1-2 due up against Ali Mendy, Daniela Di Benedetto, Jackie Holly, Stephanie Caracosa. Strike one called to Di Benedetto, who has struck out and been hit by a pitch, officially 0 for 1 today.
Mendy has got her game face on now. You'll see her. She's probably going to work a little faster. She's going to go at her pace and not at the pace of the hitter.
Di Benedetto tries to bunt her way on and misses it. It's 0-2.
It's a nice attempt. Try to bunt to get on right there. You see that the third baseman and the first baseman were back now with 2 strikes. You're going to be back.
1-2 the count.
1-2.
Popped up right side, Guan for out number 1, which is exactly the way the 2-run 7th started for Riverdale.
For Mendy, she can't think about that, though. It's important to know that, you know, it's a first out. You always have to get your first out, and that's the most important right there. She knows her defense is behind her, and it's good. They're strong, and they're not going to let her down. So she's just got to pitch and do what works for her.
Jackie Holly has hit it well a couple of times. This time it's caught by the third baseman Bishop, and that is the 2nd out here in the 8th inning. Caracosa will try and keep it alive against Mendy. She has one of the 5 hits for Riverdale, a first inning single.
She's also had an incredible game in the outfield.
0-1 the count.
This is a kid who knows how to run down a play in the outfield. She's done an incredible job today.
I'm thinking back to some of the defensive plays we've seen, both teams.
Oh yeah, it's been incredible on both sides. It's been a very well played game all the way throughout.
We've seen diving catches, running catches,
softball,
off balance throws, a double play at the plate.
Softball gives it all. It gives you everything. It's so exciting.
1-2 the count now for Caracosa. Mendy trying to close out her 18th straight win.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
She started the rally in the top of the inning, and she'll try and end it defensively, and she does. 18-0 are the Ramsey Rams as it takes extra innings today, but they beat Riverdale 3-2 in 8 as Mendy retires the side in order to finish it out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Tough loss for Riverdale. Big win for Ramsey. 3-2 in 8 innings the final. Stay tuned. Our post-game show comes your way next. You're watching Game Time on MSG Varsity. Back in Oradell, New Jersey, where it takes extra innings as Ramsey a 3-2 win in 8, staying unbeaten by defeating Riverdale here this afternoon. Standing by with our player of the game, Rayanne Kleinbart. Here's Carly Blake. Carly?
Thanks so much, Steve. I'm here with Rayanne. You had an incredible game. At the end, you had the game-winning hit. Talk about what you were thinking when you got up to the plate.
I mean, when I got up to the plate, I knew we had to have something big, especially, you know, extra innings. But, I mean, really, I love those situations. So when I got up there, I was just really excited and just did what I normally do. So.
All right, let's go back to the 5th inning. You had an incredible start to the 5th inning. We can take a look here. You had a beautiful line drive up the middle. Again, what were you looking for when you got up to the plate?
Well, usually when I get up to the plate, I try to really zone in and focus. And I try to just watch it come right from my hip. And basically that's what I was doing. You know, I said, okay, got to get a hit. Just got to get up and focus and watch this pitch. So.
Well, you did it the right way. Now let's talk about 18-0. You guys are undefeated. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, 18-0 is an awesome record, but we're really taking just one game at a time, and we're focusing week by week. We're not looking for county finals or states or anything like that, which I think is awesome because it makes it so much more enjoyable to just take it game by game, and it's really an awesome way to have my senior year. So.
Outstanding that it's your senior year. Now, how, with the craziness that is school, how do you guys keep such great focus?
You know what? All of us are, well, most of us are multi-sport athletes, so we do this a lot, and I guess we've kind of gotten used to it over 4 years. But it's a lot to handle, but we all seem to stay pretty much on top of it. So
Thank you so much, Ray and Clydebart, our player of the game. And now we're going to go over to the game recap.
All right, Carlin, as we look at the game summary of this one, it was 2-0 Ramsey thanks to that 2-run fifth inning. Riverdale ties the game with 2 runs in the 7th. And really, 2 things stand out today for me, Carly. You look at the pitchers. They were both sensational today, doing a great job, and the defense was absolutely spectacular.
Oh, it was outstanding on both sides. Antonelli on Riverdale's side, she went above and beyond expectations. And then on the flip side, Ramsey's Ali Mendy, just incredible throughout the entire game. Everything was working for her. Both sides, great defense, great pitching, very impressed.
So we know that it's 18-0 now for Ramsey, staying undefeated. A tough loss for Riverdale, now falling to 6-14, but can they gain some confidence off this?
Without a doubt, it was an incredible game on their side, and I think there's many things they can gain from this, and I think they will move forward and continue on pushing towards the States.
So Ramsey remains unbeaten. It takes extra innings, but the Rams get it done. The final here this afternoon, it was Ramsey 3, Riverdale 2 in 8 innings. For my partner Carly Blake and our entire crew, I'm Steve Degler saying thanks for watching, and so long from Oradell, New Jersey. The final once again in extras, it was Ramsey 3, Riverdale 2 in 8. Thanks so much for watching Game Time on MSG Varsity.